today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 6 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. The numbers for McCaffrey last week, just downright unbelievable. I mean, when you amass that many yards, I don't know what else to say.
Personally, I thought it was a game for the ages for him. Ripped off some long runs in that contest, didn't he?
He did indeed. Some very long runs, and that total, scary. 2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Moore. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did.
Touchdown, Giants! DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 12 carries, 62 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, and he can't get away from the pressure, the Giants get there. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack.
We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
They go play action here on first down.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Giants lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The threat of a 2nd straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that will be incomplete as well.
Looks like a 2nd empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return, and possession will switch hands 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A handoff, McCaffrey running right. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
That was a heck of a sprint. Tried to get to the end zone, didn't quite get there, just short, out of bounds at the 2-yard line. I know the defense is relieved he didn't get to the end zone, and the guy who was carrying the ball a little frustrated. He didn't make it all the way.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
Well, that's what they have to do more of defensively. Not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face. Not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touches. He's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And it makes the score 21-0. Drive that time of 6 plays, and it was finished up by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And now here comes Kansas City. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
And Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there. And you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game. But ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
This is McCaffrey on the give. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Rondale Moore,
his first touchdown on the year.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people. Lean on your teammates. Find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up. Looking to throw is Mahomes. This one swung out here to Jones. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead, he could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry.
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay.
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but he's got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
Touchdown, Giants! Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense and Tyreek Hill heading back out onto the field. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get in the ball. We'll see if they can do it. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Mahomes now to throw. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one's on the former Patriot, Joe Tooney.
Still 30.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? After the penalty, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. Might he be on his way to a record-setting performance here, Charles? Second quarter, and the yardage number already ridiculous.
And they always talk about just focusing on the next play. But sometimes it's okay to dream big because
I'm focusing on the fourth quarter already.
Listen, I don't blame you, though, because we could be witnessing some type of history here, and it's being done by him and, of course, the big guys up front who are creating the holes for him to run through.
Yeah, they've all been good so far. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And the Giants send out their punter now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we've reached. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From just shy of midfield, Mahomes got his man complete over the middle. It's Hill. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Montez Sweat. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Pressure comes. Now Mahomes. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Julian Blackmon providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Ooh, the juke. 182 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. 3rd quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting him to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The kick by Bass is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. KC's offense ready to take over. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Now Mahomes. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good game and a 1st down.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On second down, it's Jones. He can't get him down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Still throwing.
Matt LaFleur loudly raising his objections to that previous. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. 195 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 21. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. They'll run with McCaffrey. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw here. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Chris Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Giants are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
McCaffrey diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to give...
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Giants have it. It's picked up.
This isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through. And that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. Now back to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, and he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Chiefs on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Mahomes going to throw. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And taken right on the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review of this being inside.
After reviewing the play, IonNFL stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will dive into the end zone, and the two-point conversion is successful.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for two, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get two. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by his receiver, Hill. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applying.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say